And it was really interesting when I was, for the second time in New Mexico, in this conference, international conference, and it was great because I had the opportunity also to discuss and talk a little bit about my theory. It's mean that when you have one problem, right, and of course the energies and all those things negative, compatible with that problem stays.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you only work in the sense of therapy, what I call the horizontal understanding, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and if you do not clean around, I mean, to clean these energies that were there, you can solve the problem here, but the sensation, the not a good sensation, is still
Mm-hmm.
going to be there still. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So it was nice to discuss this and about the tradition, Umbanda tradition, all those things, and it was really interesting that last time when they asked me to do a ritual.
Mm-hmm.
And so I had 5 persons to help me, and there were approximately 400 people. And
At the ritual?
Yeah, imagine.
Wow.
And then I distributed 50 papers,
Mm-hmm.
you know, just to for these people come in to talk to the entities.
Mm-hmm.
And but in the end, a marinheiro, there's a quality of entity related to the waters, and then it was really great. The work he did with everybody, throwing water and flowers and all the rituals for everybody. And after the Giro, when people came to tell me what happened during the Giro and all this the rituals, and they were really very amused. Emotional feelings.
Yeah.
Because many people, you know, with problem or health problems, and the sensation they had of these people that were, after explaining me the situation, that it was like the last bridge, you know, the last thing to do, and people with wheelchair, you know, things like that. And it's interesting, you know, because it's at the same time it's so amazing for me to be outside Brazil, practicing the ritual and share this ritual that I have been working more than 32 years.
When did you first come to the United States with it?
It's like, I think 10 years.
And Europe was before or after the United States?
It was before. It was before. And nowadays the temple has temples in different countries. Like in Canada, Quebec, you have here in Santa Cruz, San Rafael, Washington, Paris, Geneva, Sintra in Portugal, Austria, you know, all Paris. And this is really the temple. And besides the little groups that are interested to understand a little bit more these traditions, like people in Frankfurt, the others in Belgium.
But they don't have temples yet, but
they're
interested.
Yeah, they are interested. And some little groups that I do not consider as a temple. Like in January I'll come back, and then here California, and then Washington, and then I go to Haiti. You know, as there was people also in Hawaii, in Ireland. You know, it's so interesting to see. For me, because it doesn't matter if you are in Brazil, or if you are in Australia, or you know, Irish people.
But why did it start in Brazil? Why did it start in Brazil?
Yes, mainly because my brother has illness, and the doctors, they do not know, they didn't know exactly what he had. And you know, our family is Catholics, baptized Catholicism. And our family came from the northeast to São Paulo to start a new life, right? And in that moment, my brother Bubi was ill, and then also it was really difficult for my family, my parents, father, mother, to go to a place for him to have this alternative, you know, another possibilities of trying to do something for him.
What kind of symptoms did he have? What was he like?
Like, you know, I don't know how to say it in English, when you...
Flojos, sin energía.
No, something that...
Like fever, nausea?
No, more the sense of losing his mind, you know, like when we sleep, fall down, smile. You know,
so he wasn't even really conscious or aware? Or?
Yeah, you know, he had moments, of course, he do his work, right, studies, but all the time he just turn off.
Like depression? Or?
You know, turn off. You know, and then there is no reason, you know, reason. And then when with my father, they went to a place where we call terreiro, and the entities said that his need was to make a spiritual development. He had his medium, and he had to make this development. And it was really interesting because he started his development. He was getting better, you know. And for me, it really was really difficult to accept.
How old were you when this was happening? Weren't you just a child?
16.
16.
More or less.
And he's a little bit older, or?
What?
Your brother is older?
Or older than me, 2 years.
2 years.
2 years. And it's so, you know, it was amazing to see he's getting better.
And how long had he been sick?
Well, I think some years. I don't remember exactly because you know, as it's something that in that time I had my work, I study, and you know, I only knew that he had some problems. All the time he's not well, but no idea to it's different like today, you know.
Yeah.
Different at that time for me, and so he get better and better. And his entity who takes care of him, and he's the mentor of the house of the temple, his name Templo Guaracy, and then I remember that one day he told us, my family, because it started like with 5 people, my brother, right, my father, my mother, and my other brother. And one day...
But not you.
Yeah, well, for me is this, when I saw him practicing, you know, dancing and singing and incorporated and things like that, for me it was so difficult to accept, because for me it's the synonym as he were touching or leading with Singhavo, you know, the devil or something. For me it's and but it was interesting because in a moment he asked me, because he knew that I was afraid of that. But one day he invited me to help him to set the little table, right, to make the altar, candles, and then you know I start approaching all those situations, and there were a moment that something that I feel like, for me it's more interesting, in the sense of feeling inside myself some plenitude. You know, it's this, no?
Como se diz em português?
Assim, você se sentir bem, feel well.
Well-being,
Yeah, well-being. And So I remember that one day, this caboclo that was in my house, the house is very small like this, so the place, and he put his hand on my head, forehead here, and I remember that I felt something that, you know, like a jump, or something like that.
A jolt.
A jolt,
yeah, something.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And I remember that my perception was that everybody was turning, not me. You know, I saw my brother, my mother, and the sensation I had, I was like this, and people. And since that moment on, I was curious to understand a little bit more. What I'd like to feel that jolt again, you know, something that...
How long was it from when your brother first started practicing till you joined with him?
You know, because it's more or less, I think like 1 year. That I knew that he went to that place, and when he arrived with my father, they told stories about him. You know, he turned, he did that or that, and all the time for me I listened, but I was really afraid.
And had you heard of Umbanda before that, or was it not so known in Brazil then, or?
No, because you know, in Brazil it's very common. Although
now, but always it has been?
Yeah, you know, because since the slaves arrived in Brazil, they brought their tradition, candomblé, that's the culture of the nature Orixás. And when they arrived there were the Indians with their pageants, with their culture, and the Catholicism, the Spiritism, and then Umbanda was born from that. And
so it has a long history.
Yeah. And also we had a lot of preconception, because you know, in that time, imagine like 32 years or more before, when you make a little group, even to dance or to pray together, because the problem of politics problems, you know, they could think that these people, it means our group or something like that, is going to make some politics organization, you know, things like that.
So a threat to the government.
Exactly. You know, but in the same time, things were going on, and then there were a moment that this entity, Templo Guaracy, told us that one day this philosophy, these principles, would cross the sea. And that moment it was so difficult to understand, because even it was so difficult to buy candles to make the ritual, or buy candle or buy food, you know? And I was thinking, how? It's going to cross the sea. And it was really interesting, because more and more, so he started once per week. It was on Wednesday. Only my family, right? Make this development. We think there wasn't a drum, because we didn't have drums. Only sing and clap hands. And but at the same time, the neighbors, people, they know that someone is ill, or you know, start coming. And then it's really funny, because I remember that one day came some people from foreigner people, I mean Switzerland people.
They were the first.
And then they went to visit the temple. Now there is one temple. And
where was it held first? I mean, your family had a small house. Did they rent a space for the temple, or?
No, you know,
they were friends.
My father works, I work. We everybody work. Not my mother. He takes care of the house in that time, and so the great objective of my father was to have his own house, right? And then he bought a little piece of land, just to build a house. And then he, with our work, we buy this to start. And then I remember that when this house had the roof, not the windows, not, just the walls and the roof. And then it's a little bit bigger. Then we moved there. And then we continues, and then complete with our work, this. And then people that wanted to be associated, to help, to have another space, a bigger space. And then again, of course, with our work, and some people that help by the little land.
But so the first rituals were held at your home?
In the home.
Oh, okay. I thought I understood they went somewhere else.
No.
But you just didn't participate?
Yeah, no.
It was in your home, but...
In the home, and people came in that place. And so, one day arrived these people, and they were interested to know better, and if there is a possibility for them to start in their countries. Talking about this tradition with their family or friends and all these things. And then, at least one time per year they come to Brazil, to study, to work, to practice, all those things. And in that time I studied, and I am teacher, Portuguese teacher, Portuguese teacher, and but at the same time work in the temple with people, and also with my entities. I noticed that like one person that came to talk to my entity or other entities, it was so interesting to see that they get better.
You were talking about people in wheelchairs. Do they actually now don't need the wheelchair, or what?
No, because it's different. We do not work in this way of living like this kind of how can I say? Because if one day they had to leave the wheelchair. So it's another, it's another thing. But the importance is because when you be blessed, when you take out all those things that is not concerned to you, is not take part of you, and when you return to be yourself, so it's easier for you to find your own way, your own path. And then I realized that like if one person has like 10 years in a therapy, in a traditional therapy.
Yeah, which is what you work in also, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then when they came to talk to the entities, it was so funny, so interesting to see that they get better, that there were one difference. But at the same time, people that went to talk to the entities, but in the reality, they really need to go to a therapist, you know what I mean?
So you think the two work together?
So I decided to make my course of psychology, to understand what's going on, and what it's something, what's one thing, another thing, and how they work together. And for me it was really a surprise, because with all the difficulties to study, even in the university, for them to understand that of course in that time I wouldn't want to change any theory, you know what I mean? I just believe in that time, and also of course now, that the human being must be attended in a total way, in a global way, not only head and body. You have your universe, you have your stories, you have your memories registers in your spiritual
Register?
Records.
Oh yeah, register.
Register. And then I started going deeper in this subject, and I remember that like I finished my course Wednesday, and next Saturday I was in Paris, explaining and talking a little bit about these theories and the
How
results.
close do you think that the other temples in the other countries are to the pure tradition in Brazil? I mean, do they do it their own way? They
No.
change it a lot, or they try to?
No.
They're
The
very.
Templo, yeah, the Templo Guaracy in each country,
Mhm.
the base and the mother, cell mother, is in the Templo Guaracy, São Paulo.
Mhm.
So like here in Santa Cruz or Washington or in Quebec
Mhm.
or in Portugal, the philosophy, the principles the same.
Mhm.
Because in Umbanda, I can see this. You have Umbanda, that inside Umbanda you have sacrifices of animals, you have many other
Different
things,
styles, yeah.
styles.
Mhm.
But in the temple, Guaracy, we
It's okay to take pictures, right?
uh,
You look great. That's why I would like to photograph you. I'm very honored that you're in my house. For one, I just want to remember that you came to my house.
But also I have one photo, really.
Yeah,
Did you have yours?
I'll bring
Yeah.
you the picture.
Okay,
Yeah,
great.
Okay. And but the
Just ignore me. So you were saying that
so
in Quebec or
yeah, you know it's the same, because if you go now in Genebra,
Mhm.
or if you go in Sintra in Portugal, the gira that you go to work is the same.
Mhm. I was just
They
wondering
say-
because you know what we do to sushi and Mexican food, anything
Like
in
McDonald's,
California,
you know?
we have to mix it, you know?
Like McDonald's, you go wherever, it's the same.
Oh, so yours is more like McDonald's.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's the sequence, and it's so interesting for me to be here, there, and everywhere.
Does your brother travel too, or no?
Yes, sometimes yes.
Has he been here to your temple? Oh,
Yes, and it was last month he was in Europe. Yes, he went to a congress in
Mhm.
Grass. It was what's the name? Grass.
Yes.
In which
Graz.
which country is that?
Switzerland, right? Switzerland.
Ah, yeah.
And so it's really interesting. Like nowadays, I give classes in the University of São Paulo.
In philosophy or in psychology?
Psychology and sharing a little bit with the professionals. This second listening of to understand a little bit more the person, to perceive the person, and not only to listen.
Which university is that?
São Paulo, University of São Paulo, USP. And yesterday I was very happy because I was talking or teaching, in Auckland, Naropa University, right? And I show them. I mean, I talk about the program I have for professionals related to this. What's one thing? What's another thing? This, to talk a little bit about what's depression in this second listening, or obsessivo compulsivo, or histeria, or transferência ou contra-transferência, enfim, the perception. And I was very happy because they told me that they can give to the student the credits.
Oh, good.
It means that it's recognized
Yeah,
by the
sure.
university.
Oh, that's good.
And
So it sounds like you're surprised how open
yes,
and receiving
Yes.
these other countries are.
Yeah.
It doesn't surprise me.
Yeah.
Especially Santa Cruz and Northern California, New Mexico. I mean, in these areas, I think it's just the perfect place for this philosophy or tradition.
Yeah, it's so
I mean,
interesting.
People want to make their lives better. They want to explore other cultures, other religions, and you know.
And it's interesting because for me it's this. When I go, any place I go, my idea, of course, is not to to convert people.
Yes.
Not to prove something.
Yeah.
No. I just share what I live.
So you're not sending missionaries out around the world?
No. No, just
Going door to door on Saturdays?
No.
No.
That's my and and for me when I saw the newspaper, man, it was so beautiful. I couldn't stop looking at
Good.
it.
Yeah, I was
So
impressed how big they made it.
Yeah.
They made it very big.
Really beautiful.
That was nice. And you're married or?
I'm divorced.
But you have what, 2 children?
2 children. Beautiful 2 children.
Yeah, I met your daughter.
Yes.
She's a drummer.
Yeah.
Is your other son, daughter?
Son. Yeah.
Son. Is he involved in the temple also?
Yeah, he was for many years, since he was 5 years old. And it's so very incredible because I never asked them to follow me. No.
What did your husband think of it? Was he involved
No,
also?
yes, he was involved, and
So he also was supportive of the children being involved?
Yeah, but in the same time, I never asked Ana Paula, my daughter, or my son, oh, you have to go with me, or go to follow this. No, they naturally, because since I was less than 16 years old, I'm used to be with people that they ask me things to do, in their benefit, related to this tradition or something like that. And so probably they are familiar for them, of course.
Yeah.
And I remember Jaime when he was 5 years old, and he won a drum, and then he started playing, and I remember that he asked me to go and stay in Najira to watch and play. And nowadays he doesn't live in São Paulo. He lives outside.
How old is he?
21 years old.
Oh wow.
Yes. And now he studies outside, but when he's in São Paulo, he visits, he stayed there with us.
And how old's your daughter that was at the
14.
wedding?
14 years old.
I thought she was older.
Yeah. A big one.
Yeah.
And this.
How many times has she come to the United States or Europe? Does she travel a lot with you?
No,
or?
no.
She came for the wedding.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
And she knows all the rhythms used. It's 21 rhythms she knows all in the drum. Agogo, she's a good.
She was helping to teach some of the drummers here?
Yes.
Yeah. And what else was I wanting to know? Can you tell me more about the trance state that you go into during the Gira?
Yes. Because
I mean, how does it feel to you, or what does it do for you?
Because because I understand the trance. It's for me, right? Because I believe this. I feel this. You are here. You have your light inside yourself, sure. And at the same time, you have the spiritual light here that is related to someone that one day had body and was dead. But the sense of light stays. With the affinity, the afinidade
Affinity.
between your quality of light and the quality of that light, you have a connection, naturally a connection. Imagine if you're not a medium, it means, because of course everybody is medium, but I mean not medium of incorporation. Not incorporation when you be in contact with that light and you have one connection, right? And you have, imagine that you have another quality of mediunity, right? Automatic writing, no? And but imagine if you have the quality of mediunity of incorporation, and then for me, my understanding is this. Of course, you have a path to develop. A path to develop.
Don't you have several? You yourself have several entities.
Yes.
But you don't choose them; they choose you, or how do you get that connection?
Yes, it's a
Hello? Yeah, Leti. Bien. Ajá. Pues ahorita estoy ocupada. Cuando termine con mi entrevista, puedo venir por ahí.
Constância, que horas que a gente vai lá?
Eu disse que vamos a chegar às 4h45.
Oh, si quieres. Pues llévala contigo. Está bien, porque le gusta y yo puedo caminar ya por ella, ¿ok?
Meu inglês.
Yo te llamo a tu celular, ¿ok?
It's very good.
Ok.
No,
Okay.
it's really good.
Preciso fazer um curso de inglês.
Moisés.
Você tem a
Ok.
foto? Seria porque assim já dá, já.
Está bien, pero no puedes trabajar los fines de semana, ¿sabes? Okay. No quiero nada de eso. ¿Ok? Ajá. No, está bien que empiece mañana, ¿ok? Ajá. Perfecto. Ok. Alright. Ok, gracias. Ajá. No, la cocina, la otra, la entrada al porch. Ajá. Ya. Porque quiero poner una ventana. Después hablamos cuando están allá en Chester, ¿ok? Ok, vamos a hablar porque ahorita tengo visita. Ok, no hay problema. Ok, gracias. Bye bye. Oh, desculpa.
Então, assim, talvez em português?
Está bien, como quiere. Pero tu inglés es increíble, es bien bueno. Lo estudiabas también.
Sim, no colégio.
Ajá. Muy bien.
Mas assim, então quando você tem essa afinidade com essa luz espiritual, então existe um desenvolvimento natural, existe uma preparação, isso digo pelo Templo Guaracy, né? Então existe toda uma sequência, toda uma preparação, todo um cuidado para que você tenha esta relação mais pura, sem interferências. Então se você é esse médium de incorporação, depois que você se prepara, então a tendência é você levar o seu plano a chegar a esse plano onde essa luz ela está. Então existe esse movimento. E quando você eleva o seu plano, essa luz entra nessa sintonia, existe essa junção. E essa junção é que se chama o transe. Nesse momento é onde existe alteração de consciência. E a partir do momento que você absorve essa luz pura, não é? E que ao mesmo tempo tem as características de alguém que um dia viveu com essa luz. Porque nessa luz existem os registros. E aí, a partir do momento que você, que chamamos da incorporação das entidades, que são essas luzes, né? Então é através desta relação que existe a transmissão. Porque o que é a mediunidade? É você absorver, você captar, transformar e você transmitir. No meu conceito, é você captar, você assimilar, você acomodar, transformar e transmitir. E quando você sai fora desse ângulo, no seu dia a dia normal de vida, pode alguma coisa ficar em desarmonia. Então, a sensação que eu tenho, eu digo por mim, quando você está dançando, você está nesta preparação, nessa concentração, então, para mim, é uma sensação muito boa. É como é um copo d'água que ele está enchendo de água. Sabe? É algo que... E chega um momento que é muito para mim. É como uma necessidade de eu ter de transcender, sabe? Né? Então tem esse...
And when did you first, I mean, to become a priestess, how long did that take? And when did you first experience the incorporation with that entity? I mean, was it years into the religion? Or?
I remember that, yes, when he put, remember Templo Guaracy, when he put his hand on my
Forehead.
And it's take 9 months for me to real feel the great impulse of force, and in that moment there wasn't my control. It's so interesting in the beginning when you see your hands doing this, you listen to my hand, you know, it's something that, and
I think it's interesting that you started out skeptical and now you're a priestess,
yes.
You know, to make sure I got everything covered, because I know you have to go.
And just for you to have an idea, like this is to be a priest that we call Orixás, okay? Orixás. It's like...
This is the word we use here, no?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like more than 20 years.
And Umbanda is like any other religion in Brazil.
Yes, no.
Rich people, poor people, black, white.
Exactly. Everybody's the same. And it's interesting because, you know, nowadays in São Paulo, during the week, come more than 1,000 people per week.
To Templo Guaracy in São Paulo. Are there other Templo Guaracys in other parts of Brazil?
In Rio de Janeiro, there are a group that's being prepared to one day be normal.
But there are more Templo Guaracys outside of Brazil than in Brazil.
Exactly. In Brazil, because, you know, in Brazil come people from all the places. You know, they used to go there.
São Paulo used to be the largest city in the world.
So,
how many people are living there now?
Really,
Millions, yes.
It's incredible.
Was it hard for you to move there? Were you in a small village before? In the northeast?
Yes. And São Paulo, it's really a
big change, right?
Yeah. Completely changed. Yes. But one thing that it's very natural for us, for my family, it doesn't matter if the city is big or not, or all these things happening, but always we are together, family, with the same simplicity, the same, I don't know, no change.
Your lifestyle didn't change that much.
And for me, you know, when I'm here, like United States or nowhere, and sometimes I look and I say, it's so funny, you know, because I never imagined to, because in my idea was to just work, stay home, you know, make just work, and that's all. And but at the same time, I know so many people are interested to know a little bit more the elements and the qualities of elements that is related to Orixás, and the integrations. Really, when I go to make workshops and exactly this to teach or share with people exactly this, the elements, because each entities are related to a Orixá, and Orixá related to an element. And when you recognize some points of that, then it's easier you to take care of the people, to take them in their balance. And so basically the work, you know, when I'm in the universities and talking is exactly this, to add, I mean, to share a little bit this understanding, because it's so nice when you know, things happen and people are okay, better, you know, and this.
So you feel good about your work because you see the results.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a Spanish teacher. When students start learning, it's exciting for the teacher. I mean, I understand.
And I think, you know, that for me, that I feel well is that there is no reason, or there is no, for me, to change the style of life, of thinking. I am since não. Quer dizer, eu não tenho porquê, assim, e uma coisa que eu acho boa, I think it's good, if I see myself outside of me, you know what I mean? Nothing changed. No, like the same pleasure to be here, or to be in Brazil, to be everywhere, you know, because they are human beings, we are human beings, and it's so nice when we can share.
Well, let me just ask you quickly for, you know, U.S. magazine, your impression coming and traveling around the United States, what you like the best about this country and what you don't like about this country, or the people here, or what you see here. It must be different.
Yes, sure.
I mean, I've traveled in South America, but not Brazil. But it's different.
You mean what I like here and I don't like in the United States?
I mean, for example, you could say I love McDonald's hamburgers, I don't know, or I hate all the traffic, or, you know, just something that strikes you when you come here.
Because for me, it's interesting, because I never think about it, what I like, what I don't like.
Oh.
Because, you know, as I was telling you, like for me there is no differences. Because my goal, my objective is sometimes to listen people, to make my work, to share what I learn, and so for me the human being is the same. The traffic or the food, I don't know, you know, because for me it's okay. Only one thing that sometimes is difficult for me, mainly in Europe, when it's very cold, too cold, you know, it's something, because I'd like to work more outside. And sometimes, of course, you cannot expose people, or also myself, in the cold, it's cold. But for me, is this I come here because the human being, and I don't know, explain. So it's not a demagogia to say, oh, I love everything and everything's perfect. No, but for me, the pleasure, to be, you know, to stay with a group or individual or working, and then some days I'm in another place, you know, and it's be the same. And for me, of course, one thing sure I love a lot is to learn, learn listening the other, and it's like a treasure for me to have the possibility to listen, to perceive people, to be together.
Also, could you just tell me something about your relationship with Constance and Thomas, how you met them down there? And
Yes, first I met Constance when I was in the south of France, Trimurti.
in the south of France?
France,
Oh.
yes. I was doing a work there, and it was my first contact with them. And then,
Was Thomas there with you?
And then they went to São Paulo, exactly this, no, to be there with us, and then they started studying and make a very beautiful work here in Santa Cruz. Really, it's great. And then they started learning, teaching, and making rituals.
Is Thomas French also?
He's American.
Oh, he's American, but you met him in France.
I met him in the United States, actually.
Oh, you did? Okay.
And so when I'm here in Santa Cruz, I stay with Constance, and I go to San Rafael Leia, that she has a group there, and all the time. I'm in Washington, Florida.
Yeah.